Hey, greetings everyone. Glenn Kellaway. I'm just rolling out these videos, man. I'm on a roll. For a while, it was like one every 4 or 5 days. Now it's like I can't stop doing them. Awesome. I love being back, kind of feeling it. This one is the official vinyl tag of 2025. I believe it was started by Norman Maslov. So please go to Mazzy's channel and watch his video and subscribe if you have not. And let's get started. Mazzy has 20 questions. I don't know why we're doing a vinyl tag for 2025 and it's still 2024. I don't know. Ever since Rob Walker said he was dropping this thing, everybody just jumped on it early, and Rob at least waited till January 1st. I mean, Rob's a smart guy. Okay, anyway, here's the 20 questions. Here's my answers. Best purchase of 2024. Well, this is the year I really decided to get into this artist who's been around forever, since the 60s, and I ignored it. So I picked up this set this year, which I absolutely love. It's phenomenal. 8 CD set, Bert Jansch at the BBC. Just fantastic stuff. I mean, this guy's amazing. It's such an influential guitar player. Neil Young, Donovan, uh, Pete Townsend. There's everybody. Jimmy Page was a huge fan of this guy's, and actually stole Black Mountain Slide from him. Um, anyway, Bert Jansch. This set is incredible. If you find it, buy it. It's awesome. That's my best purchase of 2024. Okay, next on the list. What? 50 years later, your best album from 1974. Speaking of Neil Young, On the Beach. That's what I chose from 1974. Fantastic album. My favorite Neil album. Especially near and dear to my heart. Growing up in Toronto, there's a few Toronto references, like the riverboat was rocking in the rain, and mentions Isabella, which is a street in downtown Toronto, and a few other little things in there. But yeah, fantastic album. My favorite Neil Young song, For the Turnstiles, is on this album. Okay, we got two. Question number 3, an album that defines a genre. I had a hard time with this one, and then I went for the easy one. Miles Davis, Kinda Blue. #1 selling jazz album of all time. I had to go there. I should have been more creative, but I wasn't. Okay, number 4. Favorite or best artist from your home country? Well, best band. So, I mean, best band. That does that mean I have to take the greatest band or my favorite band? My favorite band in Canada is Lowest of the Low from Toronto, Ontario, an indie band. Fantastic. Shakespeare My Butt. Give this album a listen. It's fantastic. These guys are just incredible and still rocking it. Awesome. Lowest of the Low. My favorite Canadian band. Okay, number 5, an artist you miss dearly. Well, there's a lot of them that have passed that you miss, but I'm going to pick one that's near and dear to my heart. Is John Hartford, who passed away sadly of cancer in his 60s, gone too soon. One of my favorite artists, an artist that has been so influential to me, my life, the music I listen to, and I got a chance to meet John, and he was just a frickin' sweetheart of a man. And this album came out on Record Store Day earlier this year, I think. It was a reissue of his Great Morning Bugle album. What can I say? John was a special guy, and I do miss him. Next, number 6, best live album in your collection. Well, I don't know if this is the best, but this is the one that's blowing me away. I got this album just a month ago, maybe, and I can't stop playing it. I think it would definitely be in my top 5 live albums of all time. even though it's just because it's fresh. Maybe it's like that, but no, it's just a fantastic live album. Widespread Panic, Light Fuse, Get Away. I don't think this is available on vinyl, but what a live album this is. I'm just, I, there's not enough accolades to describe it. It's so freaking good. Okay. Your partner just dumped you. What album do you play? Well, I picked this one. Rolling Stones' Beggar's Banquet. Because I figure two things. First of all, when I'm stressed, I eat. That's my emotional connection to food. And so there's the banquet. There's going to be a lot of banquets. And beggars is going to be what I'm going to be, is a beggar, because I'm going to get taken to the frickin' cleaners and lose half of what, we're going to have to split everything 50-50, and not that I'm complaining about that. So the law, and that's the way it should be. But that means I'm going to be living in a basement of an outhouse somewhere, because that's all I can afford. So Beggar's Banquet just defines that whole situation for me. Okay. Best sounding drums on an album. I really had a hard time with this one too. This was one of the harder ones for me to figure out. And I know I'm missing something. That's why it took me so long, because I know there's some albums that I just go, oh man, the drumming in that's incredible, but I was drawing blanks. So I went with one that I know has great drumming, and a great drummer is King Crimson's Red album with Bill Bruford. I mean, uh, King Crimson albums, the drums always sound good. The albums always sound good. And you can't go wrong with Bill Bruford. So that's what I did. Okay. Number 9, favorite artist who is number 2 or more bands. Well, I went with Jerry Douglas, the great dobro player. Here's the Jerry Douglas band, and that's Jerry right there. This is a great album, by the way. They do a killer cover of Hey Joe on this. Also, he is in a band called the Earls of Leicester, where it's kind of a tribute band to Flatt and Scruggs. And he's also in Alison Krauss and Union Station, who are touring again next year. So, the great Jerry Douglas, one of the great musicians on the planet. Number 10, Beatles or Stones. I gotta go Beatles, but I frickin' love the Stones. I almost went Stones because I've had this year. This is my year of being bored with the Beatles. Number 11, I like this one. You found a bag of weed. What are you going to listen to? Well, the stoner rock of all time, Kurt Weill. Watch My Moves. Man, this album does everything but smoke the joint for you. It's freaking amazing. I love Kurt Weill. That's such a great record. Okay. Number 12, an album from the 80s you still listen to. Well, I just discovered this album in the last couple of years, so I'm now this band's one of my favorite bands of all time. But 1982, English Settlement by XTC, and any XTC album could also be nominated for good drum sounds. They always sound great, but this a special album, top 10 album of all time for me. Okay, favorite label, number 14. No, an artist whose political stance has soured you. Oh, I put Roger Waters. I could also go with Van Morrison with all that crap he was spewing the last couple of years, and that album he put out. Oh, I can't even think of the name of it. It was just dreadful. But I went with Roger. Number 14. Show on a favorite record label. I like the early Parlophone labels, like the Beatles Please Please Me album, and I have this album by Billy J. Kramer and the Dakotas. This label right here is freaking so nice. Can you see? It's actually yellow, but it's not showing. There we go. Yeah, I love that label. Fantastic. Next on the list, I bought that album for like $5 or something. It's really good, actually. And I couldn't believe I got such an. I wish it was in mono, but. Next on the list, a run of 3 singles a run of three great singles. I went with the GOAT, Bob Dylan, and Like a Rolling Stone, Positively 4th Street, and Crawl Out Your Window. Like a Rolling Stone from July 65. Positively 4th Street was released in September 65. And Baby Will You Please Crawl Out Your Window is December 65. I love all three of those tracks. And Like a Rolling Stone and Positively 4th Street especially are just killer tracks. Number 16, an RSD purchase you consistently listen to. I am going to say Jorma Kaukonen, Qua. This is such a great album. Fantastic record. If you like acoustic music, this is amazing. I can't think of when this came out. It's got to be at least 10 years ago. Got to be. Reissued, I meant. And look at the vinyl. It's really cool. Great record. If you've never heard that and you like acoustic guitar, you'll love it. Number 17. You can be reincarnated as any artist, dead or alive. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Bela Fleck for me. Because I would like to know what it's like to be a musical genius. I've been playing a banjo for somewhere around 45 to 50 years, and I don't know how Bela figures this stuff out, how he does it, his creative mind. I would just love to know what it's like to be a musical genius and a master of an instrument. It's like amazing. If that man played any other instrument, he would be considered the greatest musician in the world. But because it's a banjo, but that was Bela's choice, and he loves the instrument, and he's really taken it to parts unknown. Number 18, best three lines in a song. My favorite song of all time is Ripple by the Grateful Dead. And the chorus, ripple in still water when there is no pebble tossed nor wind to blow. Defines life, man. Best three lines of a song ever. What a song. Number 19, an album you never tire of. Man, there's quite a few of them, but I picked Aqualung. I can play this anytime. I can listen to it anytime. I love it. It's an album that actually, from the first moment I bought it, absolutely frickin' loved it, and I think it gets better every time I listen to it, even if I've listened to it 10,000 times. Aqualung, Jethro Tull. And last but not least, your favorite VC channel. Well, what kind of an idiot would I be if I did not say my favorite YouTube channel VC is Larry Graves, the Canadian Stud Muffin. Larry's been doing it for 18 years. I'm proud to call him a good friend, and he's entertaining as hell. Even if I want to strangle him sometimes with his ranking videos, but anyway, I love him. And he's got a great channel, and no wonder he's got 45,000 subscribers. He should have 400,000 subscribers. He's an awesome dude, has a great channel, and I love you, Larry. Larry Graves, Canadian Stud Muffin. And that's it. So, Mazzy, thank you for heading this up this year. Please go to Norman Maslov's channel and subscribe if you have not. And I also did a vinyl tag for Americana for my friend Sam St. John, Americana Sam. Please check that out and follow Sam. And we will see you guys soon.